I also have a testimony to share with the congregation. I initially planned this testimony in Tamil, but I see a precious special guest in the crowd, so I have decided to share my testimony in English. So I'll try to keep it short and sweet. I moved from Canada to a Caribbean island to work in a construction firm for 3 years. So I moved in 2021, and I recently returned back to Canada 6 months ago in July, back to Canada. So I got an opportunity to work in a construction firm with one of my relatives as a project manager. So I took it as a challenge because I'm the only child. So growing up, being an only child, you're all alone. You don't have anyone to share your problems. So you create a stoic mindset where you have to deal with your problems by yourself. You can't share everything with your parents as well. Sometimes you share with your brothers and sisters, but in my case, I didn't have any brothers and sisters. So I was able to emotionally regulate myself. And yeah, so I got an opportunity to move to Cayman. I moved there. I worked as a project manager for 3 years. So first 6 months was a training period for me. So I trained, and then I was taught by my uncle to run a company and all of the issues that a corporate world faces, which legal issues to financial issues. So it took me 6 months to learn everything. In that period, I took it as a challenge. So I enjoyed my journey. So I studied, I worked there. And then my uncle trusted me with my work. So he gave me a big opportunity to run the company as a project manager. So I ran the company for a year and a half. Everything was wonderful. It was like a honeymoon phase for me. Something big has come my way. So I was so happy to have I have a position like that. So when I hit the 2 year mark, I started feeling overwhelmed with the pressure my position was asking me to do. So my faith started to stumble a bit. So I started to, how can I say, rely on earthly things compared to our Lord Jesus. So one day I had a huge issue at my work where a big problem happened and everything came under my head as a project manager. So everyone looked at me and they started blaming me. Oh, it happened because of you, it was of you. So I came home, and at that night I had a panic attack. I didn't really understand what that really meant, but I couldn't sleep. I was sweating, I was shivering. I had a extreme fear, like a dark cloud that stepped over my head, and it was panicking me. I couldn't stay in my house, so I got my car keys. I was like, let's go for a drive. So I just took my car, went for a drive. There's a famous restaurant that I normally go. So I went to that restaurant, and then it's like a beach place. Cayman Islands is a paradise surrounded by beautiful ocean. So I was sitting in the lobby area looking at the sea, and then the waitress came and asked me, "Are you okay? Because you're crying." I didn't even realize that I was crying. There's tears coming down my face. But I said, "Yeah, I'm fine, it's all right, it's all good." So, and then I kept on looking at the sea, and I also looked at the sky, and I was like, God, this is too much. Like, why is this happening to me? I'm trying to do my best, but the thing is, devil attacks you when you are at your weakest. So that moment, I didn't run to God. I was so overwhelmed with the pressure I was facing. So I didn't run to God at that moment. So I was just focused on the earthly things, right? Let's go to the resort. Let's grab a couple of drinks. That's going to clear your problem. But that's not the case that day for me. So I had that dark cloud around me, and I was looking at God, and I was like, cried to Him, and I said, God, finish this. Like, take me with you. Why am I living in this world and I'm going through all of these hardships, like where I want to do good for people, but I'm not living a happy life. I'm not living a happy life in this world. Just take me. Let me come to heaven and be an angel for you. I'll do whatever you tell me. Just take me. And I was like, trying. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I heard a voice that sounded like a thunder in the sky. He said, "You are chosen. I have chosen you to do great things in this world. We need people like you in this world. Why are you scared? Come and run back to me. I am there for you. I will take care of you." I can't explain how that felt for me because I was so depressed to a point where I wanted my life to end at that minute. But when I heard that voice, I 200% I can tell you my sorrow, my anxiety, my depression, my sorrow vanished like this. It's gone. So and then the God told me, go home, relax. Tomorrow is another day. Stay with me, and I'm with you. I ran over, and my mom is right there sitting in the congregation with the singer, yeah, choir. So I called her and I was telling her, I don't know, I'm feeling a peace in my heart like that I never experienced before as a Christian. I'm a Christian since birth, but God showed Himself to me in Caymen in that restaurant where I was at my lowest and when I was broken to pieces, He couldn't take it. He couldn't take it because I was crying to him and I was asking him for help. I went to him and I was pleading to him and I asked him for help. And that day, God showed me who he is. And one more thing. 4 days before that happened, I had a small injury that I happened in my pinky where I was trying to do a work and a small metal piece went through my fingers and it came the other way. It had a hole in my finger, 4 days. So after I heard that voice of the Lord in that restaurant, I ran back to the car with so much joy in my heart. I didn't know how to explain it. And then I had a bandage in my pinky. The bandage fell off. So I asked, like, where's the bandage? So I was looking for the bandage. I was like, wait a sec. I looked at my hand, it was healed. In 4 days, an open wound with a hole through it will never heal in 4 days. That day, God showed me. The devil can manipulate you and say, that is not God. You are just trying to, that is not God. But a miracle only the Lord can do it. That day he said, I know the devil might come and I can tell you the voice that you heard is not God, but healing power, only he can do it. Only Jesus can do the healing power. No one else can do the healing power except the Lord. And also, a couple of days ago, at 3 a.m., God woke me up at night, at 3 a.m., and then He told me, you are 30 years this year. Kodarama, you remember, you asked me the birthday. God already spoke to me about it long time ago. He said, you are 30 this year. Jesus started his ministry when he was 30. So I am preparing you for this. Kodarama's church, Church of the Nazareth, is the first place where you're going to talk about me. You're going to talk about what I have done in your life and the miracles that I'm going to do through you, and the entire world is going to see it. Give me the praise because I'm behind everything you are going to be doing in the future. Praise the Lord.
No.
Of course. Yeah. And also, a couple of days ago, God told me to share these two message with his believers. This came to me at around like 2:30 in the morning. He only requests you two things. Two things. There are many things that the Lord asks his followers, his believers to do, but two things he would love you if you do it. One thing, have a pure heart. Don't have any grudge against anyone. Don't think anything ill towards anyone. If anyone does something back to you, bless them, love them, kiss them. That is what Jesus would do. You should always ask yourself, would Jesus do this? That's what I ask myself every single day. I'm 30 years old. Every single time if something bad happens to me, I ask, Jesus, you wouldn't do this, right? Then I won't do it. So that is one thing. Always think something positive and always think positive. Heart is what God listens to you. The next thing, what comes out of your mouth. Say blessings towards people. I love you. Even if you say something bad for me, it's okay. I love you. I would pray for you. You don't need to associate with them. That's fine. But say something blessing towards them, and you go out to where your rewards will be extremely big in the others. Thank you so much.